Welcome back, everyone. Most everyone loves a grilled burger or hot dog, but you gotta be careful when you're in the process of cooking them. Paul spoke with an expert on grilling safety.
With me is Joe Arrington. He's the Public Information Officer at the San Antonio Fire Department, so nobody better to ask about safety. And you know, even though it's been so hot, Joe, still grilling, there's nothing beats being at the grill, right? But you got to be safe about it, right?
Absolutely. And you know, realistically, late June, July is when we see the biggest number nationwide of grilling related fires and injuries. So this is a perfect chance to talk about it.
Okay.
So when you come outside, you got the grill ready to go. First things first, make sure it's clean. You know, we maybe have not have cooked in a while. Make sure that grease buildup underneath is cleaned out.
Yeah.
You don't want to have any potential grease fires. So get that nice and clean. Get it opened up. Make sure it's open before you light it. If we're using a propane like this one or a charcoal.
What happens if you? Well, I can't imagine. But what happens if you light it?
Yeah. So if you have it closed, any kind of residual, natural gas leak or anything you have inside there, it could collect in there and cause a flash.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You want to make sure it's opened up. You get some fresh air in there. When you come down here to turn on the propane, you see this hose here that connects it. A quick, easy thing to do: get a little soapy water, rub up and down that hose. Check for bubbles. If you have bubbles, that means you have a leak in your hose.
Oh, yeah.
You need to replace that hose. If it's not, open it up, get it lit up. Make sure it's out away from your home. You don't want it to be anywhere near a building or a home where that fire could potentially spread, heat up that the siding or whatever.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't have any low overhang, whether it's a roof or a tree, something else that is potentially flammable. So once it's out and away, get it open, get it started, get it clean, get your food on there. Here's the key things: don't leave it alone. Stay outside with it. Make sure
you'd be surprised. I mean, a lot of people do.
For sure.
They'll leave it alone. Oh, 15 minutes won't.
Right.
That could be a real problem.
It's a different thing cooking on propane versus if you're doing some good old Texas barbecue where you're cooking overnight or something.
Okay.
That's a little different.
That's a good question. I mean, as opposed to like charcoal.
Right.
Is it safer charcoal than propane?
So there's a risk involved with both, obviously. Charcoal, when you build that up, you've got an open flame just like you do with propane. The hazards with charcoal a lot of times are after you're done. What we see is people take those coals out and they put them in a plastic bucket and set it next to their house, and it melts and catches the house on fire.
Okay.
So if you are using a charcoal or a wood, when you do clean it out, give that charcoal or those ashes plenty of time to cool down.
Yeah.
When you do take them out, put them in a metal container. Keep them away from the house.
Yeah.
Keep them away from a shed or an outbuilding, whatever it is. Keep them away because it could still be hot.
Yeah.
Always use a metal, whether it's an ash bucket or just a metal bucket. You put it in plastic and it melts and catches your deck on fire. We've seen that a lot, a lot of times. So
and that's no fun at all.
No, that's a bad day for everyone.
So propane, don't leave it alone.
Right, keep kids away, keep it away from your house or any kind of structure. Babysit it, make sure it's there. You don't want to burn your food, but you really don't want to burn your house.
Yeah,
so that's the double whammy there. So always keep an eye on it. Keep occupied with it. Keep the kids away from it. It's obviously a burn hazard. It could fall over. You don't want that to happen, obviously. But again, starting out, making sure it's clean. That's where we see a lot of the fires and grease buildup.
Grease fire. And one of the way I've seen some people get in trouble is if you have like a foil thing and you've got a lot of oil in there. That can really be a problem as
Absolutely.
well.
So if you do, let's say that you're cooking something in foil and you've got some olive oils or whatever inside that are leaking down and they're flaming up. Easiest way to handle it, first and foremost, shut the lid, kill your fuel source, turn off that propane. If it's charcoal, just keep that lid closed. Keep a fire extinguisher handy.
Okay.
You want a simple fire extinguisher you get at any home improvement store.
Yeah.
H-E-B, anywhere.
But most of the time, if you close the lid and cut the source,
it'll eventually burn itself out.
It'll eventually burn.
It'll be contained with that lid closed. You're killing off its fuel source. You're robbing it of oxygen, so the fire doesn't like that. It's going to go out. Now, if you've got a big grease fire, then you likely need that.
They need the fire extinguisher. Always have that, right? Well, thank you so much for the tips. Really appreciate it, and happy grilling.
Yeah, thank you.